Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. Jennifer here. 3 years ago I had VSG surgery, but I had some complication of some acid reflux that was pretty bad. And so I just had a conversion surgery from VSG to gastric bypass. That occurred 13 days ago, which means today is the last day of my full liquid phase of the diet. And I'm so happy to be almost done with this. But you know, when I was going through my surgery the first time 3 years ago, I hadn't really seen a lot of resources, and so I was kind of winging it. And I did watch some videos, which I so appreciated. But so I wanted to do a video where I showed everything that I have actually been eating on the clear liquid phase, and then transitioning from clear liquids to full liquids, and then maybe I'll do a video later once I get into the puree stage. I'm just so excited to be almost done, to be completely honest. The one big difference between my surgery 3 years ago versus the surgery I had 2 weeks ago was the amount of food that I can eat. And I'm having to really monitor my portions, and I am really trying to stick to 500 calories. Now, when I had VSG surgery, I was trying to get 100 calories or 200 calories, or really the restriction was much greater than it is for me now. So basically I had a vertical sleeve gastrectomy that was cut in half, but I don't have all of that swelling that occurred with my original surgery. So I only have one edge of swelling versus the whole shebang. So I'm definitely able to intake more than I could with my VSG, but I am being very cautious. I haven't pushed my limits. I definitely get full. It's just a very different physical sensation, VSG versus gastric bypass. So I'm having to be very diligent. First off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off my day with something that I do every single morning, and I have for, I would say, almost 2 years, and it does fall in the full liquid phase. I am going to have my Collagen Cocoa. So this is a collagen peptide cocoa, well, powder that is dark chocolate, and so it is just like hot chocolate. So I've already got my cup. So this is a cup my kids got me. You know, home is where mom is, and oh, I love them. And I've poured in 1 scoop of the powder, and I'm just going to pour some in because I really should have had some of this sooner, but I've just been busy this morning. And so let me get my spoon, and I'm going to show you how easy this mixes up. Before I get going, I'm going to be talking today about the full liquid phase, but I'm also going to be talking about the clear liquid phase, kind of transitioning, and some of the items that I purchased that I literally used in order to get me through these phases. Now, I am very excited to go on to the puree phase tomorrow because I do see I have my 2-week post-op appointment tomorrow with my surgeon. And so all those questions that you guys have been encouraging me to ask him, I will be asking him, and I will do an update. And primarily about why he did not do the hiatal hernia repair. That's a big question for us to ask. Not that there's anything we could do about it at this point, but since I am still suffering from acid reflux, I would definitely like to know why he chose to go that route. But okay, so I've got my half and half, and I always just pour just a little bit, just to kind of, to be honest, it's sort of just to cool it down, to add a little bit of more creaminess. And that is that's it. Sometimes I do add like a Torani syrup, something like this. And actually, you know, since I'm here, why not? Let's put in some salted caramel because it's just so tasty. And so I always have a lot of this on hand. And it is now done. And oh my gosh, let me have a sip. This does not get old. I swear. I have this every single day, and it never gets old. I will link this and everything else I talk about in this video down below, just in case you want to try it out, because it's so good. I also often use the same brand, Sports Research. I also use the the unflavored, but I actually gave that to my mom. Stayed with me and took care of me while I was recovering, and I gave it to her for her to take home because she was out, and I have it on Amazon. I do the subscribe and save in order to save. You can save like an extra percentages depending on how many items. I'm up to, I say 15% extra because I have more than 5 items that I do subscribe and save. If you only do 1 item, then you save 5%. But highly recommend doing subscribe and save if you're into, you know, this kind of stuff. So I'm going to keep enjoying that, but let me grab my camera and I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to show you some of the things that really helped me get through this phase. Okay, so with the full liquid phase, like the clear liquid phase, I chose to utilize these protein 2Os. So they are protein waters. They are very good. I actually did buy these on Amazon, but I've also seen them for sale at Rite Aid. I also bought some Isopures. So these actually have more. These have 40 grams of protein per. This taste is very strong, so I do have to dilute these with water. These I actually can drink straight, or I can dilute them with a little bit of water. These have 10 grams of protein, and there's definitely a taste. So like if you were to think about it, this is basically, because this is like 30 grams, so it's like three of these. And so this is how much it's been diluted. I love Powerade Zero. It is my go-to drink. To be honest, I drink this even more than I drink water because I'm always craving salt. And so this really, really helps me get through. And of course, you always want to drink a lot of water in your clear liquid phase as well as your full liquid phase. Now let me go on over here. So these are some of the broths that I personally used. I didn't use as much of the beef and the chicken because I don't really prefer meat flavors. I lean more towards a vegetarian diet. And so the vegetable broth, I'll tell you though, I had so much vegetable broth in the hospital that I'll probably never eat this for the rest of my life unless it's mixed in something else. But the mushroom was actually pretty good. Now, when I start transitioning from that to the full liquid phase, that's when you could transition and you could start adding soup. So I had cream of chicken, broccoli cheese, vegetarian vegetable. All of these were pureed. And then what you do is you heat them on the stove. And then once you take them off of the heat, then you can add some Isopure or Gene Pro. This is a whey protein isolate that has, 25 grams of protein per scoop. However, the scoops are quite large for Isopure. And so I typically would do no more than half a scoop. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, and then once again, here's my Isopure and my chocolate collagen. Like I said earlier, they also have an unflavored. What I love about this is it completely dissolves in water, so there's no residue. With the Isopure, it does leave a little bit of like almost like a creaminess to it, which is fine for some things. Other things you just want to stay clear, like for instance, my cocoa. I don't want it to have any thickness. So I also want to show you, so I do drink protein shakes. Now, my favorite all-time flavor of all time is Mocha Latte Atkins flavor. I also have the creamy chocolate, but I wanted to introduce you guys. Premier Protein has a new flavor. It's called Cafe Latte. The thing is that, one, they're a little bit on the pricier side, so these are over $2 a piece. I bought these on Amazon. I will link them below. These run about, sometimes you can get them as low as $1.25 each if they're on sale. As much as up to $2. But in terms of the flavor, put those to the side. I'm going to have to say I still like my mocha latte flavor better because it's more of a mocha flavor. This is more of the coffee flavor. So if you really like that coffee flavor, I highly recommend it. It's very good, but this is also 30 grams of protein, where this one is actually only 15 grams of protein. So this is going to be like the biggest bang for your buck. You can always add, here are just some of the flavors that I have handy for my Tarani syrups or my skinny syrups. You see, there's all different brands. I buy these you could buy them at Ross, Marshall's, TJ Maxx. You can buy them on Amazon, but they're a little pricier. They're about double the price, but they're still not very expensive. So for instance, I got this on sale for $2.50 at, I think this was Marshall's. And I think all of these actually got on clearance after their holiday sales, but typically they are $3.99 each. But you can even find one at Ross, like the salted caramel especially. I can almost always find that at Ross. Now let me go over to the main two foods that I ate. I'll tell you, cream of wheat is a dang godsend on the full liquid phase. You are allowed cream of wheat. I've got to say, it really saved me because when I was really feeling hungry, it is a very bulky feeling and it was very nice. I thinned it out so I made it initially, well, actually my husband actually made it for me most of the time, but made it first with water and then we thinned it out with almond milk. Now you can either make it with a little bit of cinnamon or you can put like a little bit of butter and salt. It is very versatile, but it is very, very, very tasty. We have two versions, the 2.5 minute and the 1 minute. When my husband makes it, he makes this one. When I make it, I'm making this one. And then of course there is yogurt. Now these yogurts are fine and dandy. I'm just really not a huge yogurt fan in the first place. These are very strong tasting to me. And I don't know if they really are that strong or if it's my taste buds being a little sensitive. But this says 15 grams of protein, but this is 5.3. And so you can actually get several servings, out of these big containers. So let me show you what I've been using to mix all of my stuff. So I just have this little Ninja here. There's several different variations of Ninja. And here's my little cocoa. Look at that yummy coffee. Yum. Well, it's not coffee, it's cocoa. But this is just the kind of like a smoothie version of the Ninja, but it's been working out fabulously. Something else, I wasn't going to show this, but let me grab this. Let me show you something that I bought. Okay, so I bought this on Amazon, and so this was like $10. This is a whole humongous thing of these little containers. And so what you can do, so I would suggest pre-surgery purchasing these. And what you do is, you have your yogurt and you could split it out into your serving sizes. And then also, since I'm going to be showing that, I might as well show, where's my little scale? Okay, so here is the scale that we just bought. We got this at Christmas time. And so I have all these little containers. And what you do is you just put it on there. This one's really light. You can, zero it out. And then when you add the food, you can know exactly how much you're getting. Here's some examples. This is the cream of wheat that I actually made last night. And so it's already in there. I'll move that away. Now this has already been measured out, but so it comes out to what, 2.2? So this is like a little 2-ounce serving of a cream of wheat. And in order to heat this up, you just have to put it into another container, add a little bit more almond milk, and then just thin it out a smidge. And then you can microwave it, and it's great. You could also add probably some protein powder to this. I haven't, but you probably could, and it'd probably be very nice. I also have, like right here, I had some of the yogurt yesterday, and so I put 2.4 ounces, and so you can just write on it with a Sharpie. And these are, I believe these are, I wonder if it says, no, it doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure, let's see what the package says here. 3.25 ounce portion cups with lids. 200. Now, like I said, this was about $10 or so, but I can imagine using this for quite a long time. Okay, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please put any questions you have below and I'd be happy to answer them. And please check me out on my next video. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. That would be awesome. And I'll see you next time. Bye.